Yes. The recording of this voiceover is 8/23/25. That is exactly 6 days away from the release of 2K26. And I see that there is discourse. The hype is building. It's at its all-time high right now because it's like, oh my God, it's right there. And 2K is releasing, the drip feed content. And I guess now today the builder is out. And I'm not as tapped into the 2K community as a lot of you guys are. I don't really get into the politics of it, the 2K days and all that type of stuff. That stuff don't bother me. I have really two creators that I watch, Kevin Cruz and Black Cobra. That's about it. And I get everything that I kind of need from them. And well, making today's video because I've gotten some new knowledge, some new information from a friend who is all the way tapped into the community, watches all types of creators, videos all over here, there. And from the discourse that I've seen on Twitter when I scroll, and from the information that he is feeding me throughout the days when he sees new information, it seems to be on an up and up. People are excited. People are just head over heels for 2K26. And well, what it seems to be, what has happened here is the discourse that I see online is there's an undertone behind it with this community, this delusional community, thinking that the sim heads are dead or the old heads are dead. And 2K finally listened to the community and allowing speed boosting and left riding and fast dribbling and everything that people think the old heads or the sim heads can't do and suck at doing. That's why they want it out of the game. And as a fellow sim head or old head player, as myself, it's not that I can't speak for them, but I'll speak for me. It's not that I don't want or care for those things in the game. It's a game. I mean, you can play it how you want. The only thing that I have an issue with is the fact that we're not even playing basketball. I can understand if you're doing things in a basketball manner, but we're not even playing basketball right now. We're just playing like I don't even know what you describe some of the things that you see. Like, it ain't even basketball. It's just like you're playing like some arcade 2D type of game where when the technology was limited and you can only do left to right moves. Y'all just bringing that into the modern era. Like the modern era where you just had the old school era where you just had a joystick and 3 buttons. Y'all got 2 joysticks, a whole bunch of buttons, and yet y'all still doing the same movements. And there's no concept and no method to your madness. You're just doing stuff. But who cares, right? But the one thing I will say, as I always say, as I tend to say, be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. You see, the illusion that this is the 2K that's going to kill the old heads and kill the sim heads and bring back the real 2K and 2K16 successor and all that stuff. You guys need to relax and look at competitors. Look at how things have went. Competitors have done the same thing here, where nostalgia is a real thing. Nostalgia will give you the illusion and make you believe that a time before was better than the time now. And in some instances, it may be true. Technology, or the way the world operated before cell phones, is a thing that in one view looks like a terrible way to live. In another view, looks like the best way to live. People before cell phones had a better way to conversate. People before cell phones had better social skills than people of this era. And so, nostalgically thinking back into that time, you would say, man, that is just the best of times. But if you fast forward to this era, that time, that way of life was meant for that era and needs to stay there. Because nowadays, if we didn't have cell phones in today's time, in 2025, we would not even know, we wouldn't even be able to live, to be honest with you. We wouldn't even be able to live. But the point that I'm trying to make is, everybody that plays this game has their idea or ideal 2K A lot of people agree on the same ones, people differ. But to want that to be recreated in today's time with today's people is not something that you're going to want. The experience that you experienced back in the time when that game was popping is not going to be the same experience. And if you go into it thinking that 2K26 is going to be 2K16 successor or the next best 2K, reality check, the same things that you wanted and you wished for, those old heads and those sim heads have the same access to. You think that they'll be left in the dust and they won't ruin the game and they won't play the game, but the very game that you're creating is the very game you're going to have to play too. You do know that, right? That demigod you creating, somebody else going to have that same demigod and he going to be better at the sticks than you are. You ain't going to have that much fun when the same thing that you wanted is getting operated and used better than you are using it. That ain't what you're going to want. That same left to right speed boosting dribble that you're going to do and you can't wait to do it. There's going to be somebody that you're going to come up against that do it better than you. And the same thing that you thought you was going to get over with, somebody going to get over it on you. Then you're going to be like, ooh, this game sucked. This game ain't that good. 2K, you need to patch this. 2K, this is ridiculous. How are you allowing a 7'4" player to shoot from half court? How are you allowing a 7'4" player to speed boost? Come on, 2K, what are we doing? Well, 2K is doing exactly what you asked for. You wished for this. You said 2K16 was the best 2K to exist. So, they'll give you 2K16 modernized. But what you fail to realize is the people that were playing 2K16 at that time may not be necessarily playing 2K26 at this time. The people that made 2K16 what it is might have gotten a little bit older now. Definitely got a little bit older now. May not think the same, may not move the same, may not have the same reaction time. There's a generation of people that don't know what 2K16 is, but they know what 2K26 is. And they have less of a moral code than the people that were in 2K16. So be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. And if you get it, you just might not know what to do with it when you get it. That's the song lyrics. You got to know that song to know what I'm talking about. But there is excitement around 2K26 though. There's true excitement around it, but it's just like the expectations that I have, the way I'm approaching 2K26 is simple. I'm aware of what 2K is doing. I hear the discourse, I see the discourse. I've seen how players felt that 2K25 was the old head sim game and 2K ruined gaming and all these slow clunky moves and oh, it's so stupid that you listening to that community. And okay, they're gonna listen to y'all. You're gonna see the type of game y'all create. and get out of this illusion that you think the old heads won't be able to hang with y'all. Imagine this, if 2K25 was considered a hard game, a slow game, a clunky game, and 2K26 is considered a more fluid, a faster, a better game. If somebody could make 2K25 look smooth and fluid when it wasn't really designed to be that way, and now you design it in a way that is smooth and fluid, what do you think the result is going to be? Seriously, what do you think the result is going to be? If they make the game easier so that many people can pick it up and play or have fun, what do you think people with actual skill is going to do? Like, what do you think is going to happen? If a post player who had post game in a game that really didn't update or touch post game now has the ability to have a go-to post shot that he can speed boost out of and create another shot, what do you think they're going to come up with? if they could cook you in the post in 25, what you think they about to do in 26? If you couldn't guard this type of player in 25, what do you think you're about to do in 26? I know a lot of y'all can't relate to that because y'all don't play no defense no way. But just, I mean, seriously, if you think that you about to get off even more in 2K26, don't you think that somebody else out there is going to be just as equal, if not better than you at what you do? I mean, come on. Let's look at it through clear lenses. Let's understand what's among us here. 26 is going to be exactly what the other side of the community is asking for. And you're going to get exactly what you're asking for. And then you might regret the decision that you made. You don't know how good you got it, or you had it, and you let the nostalgia factor weigh in and think that something is better than it is. I know, because I am a culprit of it. That girl that ain't no good for you, but you nostalgically think of all the good times and you try to recreate those good times at a later time, it don't work. You realize exactly why y'all didn't work in the first place. The things that stood out then are even more apparent now in today's time. Y'all think y'all want 2K16 again. When 2K16 starts to show itself to you today with 2K26, you gonna realize 2K16 should have stayed right where it was, and that's 2015. That's where it should have stayed at. But just like in life, you have to learn lessons. And once they give y'all a taste of this, 2K27 is gonna be a whole revamp. Cause y'all not gonna be happy. But see you in 2K26. I can't wait to see the discourse and how it shifts after about 2 to 4 weeks of 2K26 life cycle. I can't wait to see how the tone starts to get set when folks start to experience exactly what you asked for.